God has been dealing with me a lot the last few days about having thick skin. Whew, and that's a tough one for me, dealing with haters and having people not like me. And it just goes along with the calling. It goes along with the calling, and it is a big, big testing that anyone who's going to work for God has to go through. It's a whole process. And usually the people who are literally placed in your life as your biggest haters are usually people that you value their opinion. And that's why it's the hardest to overcome. That's why it's the hardest to be bold. And that's why it is the biggest test that you go through. The biggest rejection test that you go through is obeying God regardless of the hate. And I just want to kind of share what God's been telling me about your haters that'll hopefully make you see it in a different light and not have it affect your soul. Because if you're like me, then you're a sensitive person, and it hurts when people say things about you. But these last couple of weeks, just so many things have been brought to me that have been said that are, by my biggest haters, that are just so ridiculous. And I've just started looking at it as like, God has shown me like the only thing that brings them joy is looking at your life and picking it apart. And like every little thing that you do, like these things that people are picking apart, I've never even thought about anyone's life, what they do with this or that. Like, if people got to spend time talking crap about my manicure, I feel sorry for you that's what you waste your breath on. And God has put in my spirit, like, let them keep talking, like, let them keep obsessing and talking crap, because every single time they put their mouth on you, they are bringing those word curses back on themselves. Like, if the only thing that brings you joy is cutting down another person's lifestyle, then that's about you. This is a personal check for you, for everyone. You can tell exactly what kind of person you are based on how you social media stalk. Okay? When you go on social media, who do you look at? Who do you look up and look at? If you are a negative, pessimistic, unfulfilled hater, okay, you are some of our biggest fans, because all you do is check our pages every single day. Like, if you're checking someone's page that you don't like solely for the reason of being offended and picking apart their life, like you just love to be offended by that person's existence, it's the only thing that brings you joy. And in that case, if you have people like that literally look at everything you post within like 10 minutes to try to find a problem with it, keep giving them content, because they need it to feel okay. Like, they're so obsessed with everything that you say and do that you might as well keep feeding their obsession. And it always changes. It doesn't even matter. It can go back and forth. It's like 2 years ago, maybe they were picking you apart because you put your kids on social media too much, and now they're picking you apart. You must not care about your kids anymore because you're pulling your kids back from social media. I mean, you can do it either way. There's people in my life who hated everything that I did before I got saved, and now they hate everything that I do after I got saved. And it's like, if that is the case, it's them. I don't know who I stalk. If you know you're a positive person by who you stalk on Facebook, I stalk 4 or 5 preachers whom I look up to and whom I know have a ear to God and who I want to be more like. Those are the 4 or 5 people that I go and seek out their page every day, because my mission in life is to be a better human, to make myself a better human. Maybe that sounds a little bit selfish, but I'm not worried about picking apart how you're living your life. Do I want people to come to Jesus and see the truth? Absolutely. But your day-to-day, how you raise your kids and this and that, I don't have time. I don't have time to even think about it because I'm trying to help people who want the help to find God. So if you're dealing with haters, I hope that gives you some strength, that they are just obsessed with you and the only thing that gives them joy is to pick apart your life and stalk you every day. So keep on keeping on, and love you guys. Bye.